Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Patugi, your CST 750 professor, and I'm going to talk about a few announcements as we are getting closer to the end of the semester and getting close to the exam. So, you have already received or will be receiving emails about each of these announcements, about the details of each. But I just wanted to make it kind of recorded on a video so that you also hear about it and view that those kind of announcements. Okay, the very first thing which is very important to me is the course evaluation. As you know, the course evaluation is now open, and you can do your course evaluation online and leave feedback for the class. And for me, that's going to be something very important to me, and I encourage all of you, please go online, do that. That's going to be improving the course for future years, for next semesters, and that's something that I encourage all of you, please do that. And you can, like always, you can email me and tell your feedback. That's also another avenue that you can use. I have already received a couple of emails showing their kind of interest into topics and saying some good things to me. I really appreciate and thank those emails. So you could either email me or anytime, or also please, I want, like I said again, encourage all of you, please go online and participate in the course evaluation. That's something that which is official, and ANT administers that, and that's going to be used in the department level and college level in order to evaluate the course and give me feedback how to improve it. That's the first thing. Second thing is about the research presentation. The research presentation deadline is for 23rd of April, which is the time that I'm recording this video is already over. So that's the deadline that you could get 100%. But there is another deadline, end of April, April 30th, that you also can record and share your presentation. That's the last deadline, but that's of course with the 5% late penalty. If you share the link of your presentation after 23rd and before April 30th, you will be losing 5% of your grade as a late penalty. But that's of course the last chance for doing that. So please, if you have not already shared or recorded your video and shared the link with me, please do it this week, and make sure that you share it before the before the 30th with me. And also, I'm gonna put it on the Blackboard, and you'll receive email about the presentations already made, so that you can go and watch your classmate videos. Please make sure that you watch them, because they're all nice topics related to the course, and they have read, every team, as you know, every team has read at least 9 to 12 papers, and they have conducted a couple of meetings. So that's basically a very informative session that makes you kind of familiarize you with a topic that you could have otherwise needed to, let's say, read 12 papers. So that's a very good opportunity. Please don't lose them. Go and watch your classmate videos, and you can use the comments in order to leave questions and discuss with your classmate to ask them more questions. That's also something that which is encouraged, and I personally go and ask questions, and this is the responsibility of the presenters team that go back and reply the comments and make it clarify if there's anything that needs clarification. So that's another thing. And as you know, the course paper, which is the written version of your presentation, is due at the very last day of the class, and there is no extension for that. I don't accept anything after that. Please do that by the deadline. For both presentation and course paper, there are long rubrics on Blackboard and the research folder. Please read them so that you make sure that you don't lose any part of your grade because of kind of preparing something which is not aligned with the rubric. So, and the next topic I'm going to talk about is let me take this, is the planning for the exam. So as you know, similar to two midterms we had, I'm gonna do a sample question. The sample questions are going to be defined as extra bonus assignments, so you can solve them and upload your answers on Blackboard, and then I will solve them and record that session and make it available to the class so that it helps you to better get prepared for the final exam. Like I said, you will be receiving email that kind of discuss the details of this with you, but here are the key points. The sample question will be out this week on 25th of April, and the due date are the 1st of May. Like always, we don't have much of time to give you a lot of kind of long or a wide window to solve this because we want to make it right before the exam. So it's optional, like always. You don't have to do the sample questions, but if you do, you'll receive bonus grade that might be used to compensate if you have lost any part of the grades of the course. So I encourage all of you to do that. And what I publish is a sample questions for the final exam, and I upload a PDF that contains the questions. However, you answer the questions on Blackboard. So basically, there are two versions of that. The sample questions is going to be defined as a test on Blackboard so that you can write and choose the options or pick the options in the Blackboard. And also there is a PDF version that you can download that PDF version in order to print it and think about the questions and stuff like that. So, and there will be a face-to-face consultation meeting on 2nd of May at 9 a.m. Again, in that email that you'll be receiving, you see the Zoom link to that meeting and you can participate in that meeting. You can see how we solve the sample questions and you can ask other questions. And this is basically the last week of class. And for the last week of class, we do the sample questions. We solve the sample questions together. That's one thing. Second thing, there will be a single video that I upload about IoT and cloud security. And like I said before, that lecture 6, which is going to be our lecture number 6, is not going to be asked in the final exam. So don't worry about receiving a video in the very last week of the class. You see that, and you're encouraged to go and watch that video lecture, but that's not going to be asked in the final exam because I don't want to give you a lecture right before this, few days before the exam. I want to give you enough time to go and study and get prepared for the exam. But the video is there. The video will be uploaded, and I encourage all of you to go watch that. That might create your research direction in your thesis or in your PhD if you want to do that, or any research that you may like to do in that direction. So I encourage you to go watch that, but that's not going to be asked. That's about the planning for the final week of the class and the sample questions and the exam. Okay, now let's talk about the final exam. The final exam, like the previous 2 midterms we had, excuse me, it's going to be online on Blackboard, and the exam will be made available to you from 8 a.m. Monday, May the 8th to 8 p.m. Thursday, May the 11th. On Blackboard, no extension. If you lose that, there is no way for me to make up that because I only have a very few days to grade the exams and put together all the grades and calculate the extra bonus and report your final grade. So there is no way that I can extend that. Make sure that this is basically a range of 4 days, 4 business days. So you should be able to find some time to do this. There is no way that we can extend this. Please attention to that. And like always, it's going to be on Blackboard. You enter the question, and then it's going to force you to complete in a single session, and there's no alternative attempt. You do attempt. You only have one attempt. Like the 2 midterms, internet slides and books are all open to use. You can use any of those resources. However, the time that I allocate to the exam is intentionally, I would say, marginal. So I'm not gonna give you, for example, 2-3 hours once you start the exam. Once you start it, you only have 80, maximum 90 minutes. That's it. And if you haven't prepared before, you find that amount of time not enough. That amount of time is only enough for those of you who have already or previously studied the course, the slides and the topics, and they're familiar with the topics. They know just few details they may need to go and look at your slides. That's the only kind of case that you may need the slides. Otherwise, you shouldn't be trying to answer the questions initially after you see them on the exam and then go watch the videos. No, you don't have enough time to do that. You need to be prepared ahead of time. So that's that kind of finalize this announcement session I wanted to make. And at this point, I don't think any other thing I want to share with you. Please feel free to email me anytime if you have any question or any concern about the course. And hopefully you enjoyed this course. Thank you all and have a great rest of the day.